here in southern Spain for the launch of the brand new 2024 Mercedes-AMG GT, which is the apex sports car of this marque. It's a Porsche fighter, and it's out there to try and steal sales from the Porsche Turbo for one. Now, compared to the old model, which was pretty extreme in almost every way, this one veers more to the mainstream. We have all-wheel drive, it's a little longer, it's a little wider, and you can actually get a couple of back seats if you want. But is it still the heart and the throat AMG GT that we know, love, and occasionally fear? There's some fantastic back roads around here, so we're going to find out in a few minutes. This car has no bad angles. No matter where I went in my Spectra Blue tester, the AMG GT drew admiring glances, thumbs up, and a few gestures that I'm pretty sure meant light her up. And I could have, as the standard AMG Performance 4MATIC Plus all-wheel drive system gets a drift mode that decouples the front axles, allowing for tire shredding antics. The heart of the matter is AMG's epic 4-liter bi-turbo V8. At launch, we'll be getting two versions of the new GT, both powered by this V8 in different states of tune. The GT55 4MATIC Plus makes 469 horsepower and 516 foot-pound of torque, while the pricier 63 4MATIC Plus spits out 577 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. Both engines get active mounts, brag AMG's one-man, one-engine build cachet, and are mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. Rear-wheel steering is also standard. And if you're counting, the 55 model blows through the 100km/h mark in 3.9 seconds, while the 63 does the deed in 3.2 seconds on its way to an electronically limited 315 km/h top speed. The first thing you notice when sliding into the comfy and supportive sports seat is how much roomier the cabin is in this 2024 model. Visibility is way better too. The digital gauge cluster and an 11.9-inch central touchscreen are familiar Mercedes fare, as are the ways to interact with the MBUX infotainment system. Voice control, touchscreen, and an array of haptic points on the flat-bottom AMG steering wheel. With available seat ventilation, massage, quilted Napa leather, dimming glass roof, and well, so much more, buyers can pack their AMG GT with S-Class levels of luxury kit. A full arsenal of safety systems is accounted for as well. Whichever way you spec it, the GT's cabin is a beautifully crafted visual delight. At this international launch event, we were driving only the full-fat 63 model, thank you very much. While the previous rear-drive-only AMG GT had a rear transaxle, this new GT's all-wheel drive platform has the engine sitting farther forward, with the transmission bolted directly to it, making for a more front-heavy balance. Of course, AMG tunes the suspension, stability control, rear diff, and rear-wheel steering to its liking, and it uses a semi-active roll stabilization system that does away with the standard mechanical anti-roll bars altogether. This makes for a wider spread between comfort and performance driving. And the GT rides on 21-inch alloys wearing Michelin Pilot Sport 5 rubber. Out on the road, initial impressions are of a taut, firm riding GT. And while I'd ask for more steering feel, the car is planted and super poised. Build up some pace, and you start to trust the car's grip and accurate path control. Before long, blasting from bend to bend and flicking through the fast-shifting 9-speed with the paddle shifters is a thrilling and confidence-inspiring pursuit. And darn, this GT63 is quick. The 4-liter bellows like no turbocharged V8 has any right to, and catapults the GT forward with an oral and mechanical fury that puts one heck of a point on this end of the internal combustion era thing. So, what if you don't want to drive your new AMG GT like you stole it? Well, this is where the 2024 model really separates itself from the outgoing car. Select comfort mode and it becomes a convincing luxury GT tourer, eating up the kilometers with a rock-solid stability, comfort, and relative quiet. While its ride quality will never approach S-Class levels, it is certainly acceptable. Practicality gets kicked up several notches as well. The optional 2+2 seating means you can bring two extra, well, quite short humans along, and the hatch has 250 liters of space, which is 75 more than before. Folding the split rear seat expands that to 675 liters, and the powered hatch features hands-free activation. User-friendliness, that's the key word here. This new AMG GT is super easy to drive, it's comfortable, it's fast, but it makes a very good GT cruiser as well, which the last car didn't. Now, some of you will probably complain that this car isn't trying to kill you like the other one was, but as an all-around broader spectrum, it's a better car, and just look at it, it is absolutely gorgeous. And also, it's probably the last chance to experience the glory of an AMG V8 non-electrified. These cars will be arriving in Canada probably spring of 2024, but as yet, there's no pricing. For Driving.ca, I'm Peter Blakeney.